In our health alert tonight, a new warning about people using a popular anti-diarrheal drug to get high.
Our chief health editor, Dr. Nandi, joins us now to explain why the FDA is getting involved. Doc?
Yeah, David, this is a real sign that the opiate crisis has reached a concerning new level. People who are suffering from this addiction are now reaching for over-the-counter diarrhea medication to get a buzz as they wean off some of the harder stuff. The main ingredient in Imodium and other store brand generics is called Loperamide. It's been called the poor man's methadone because it can act like an opiate in high doses. Now the FDA is moving to curb abuse of this drug.
All right, so Doc, you're saying that over-the-counter diarrhea medication contains opiates?
Yeah, really surprising, Glenda, but a lot of folks don't know this. Loperamide is an opioid receptor agonist, and it works in a similar way to morphine, believe it or not. When it's sold in stores, the pills come in a 2-milligram tablet, and the recommended maximum daily dose is 4 of these tablets. But if you take a lot more, it can induce a cheap but very real high. People who are trying to get off heroin, OxyContin, fentanyl, and the like are often turning to Loperamide to help lessen withdrawal symptoms, but it's a slippery slope because Loperamide is also addictive, and people have actually died from taking too much of this stuff.
All right, so what are some of the things the FDA is doing to combat the problem?
So Dave, it's not trying to limit the supply of the drug, but when it comes to taking it in more appropriate doses, they're really emphasizing that. Loperamide is actually safe, and I've given to many patients. It can be very effective in treating diarrhea. It's when people take huge doses that it becomes problematic. So the FDA is asking the makers of this drug change their packaging and wants them to offer Loperamide to consumers in smaller quantities and use things like blister packs that have to be individually peeled back to get the pills.
So how do we cure our digestive problems safely?
Yeah, so that's a great question, Linda. Like I said, Imodium is safe when properly used, but here are a few things to remember. First, don't keep large quantities of Imodium around the house. Also, secondly, when you have diarrhea symptoms, purchase meds in small numbers and consider natural means of curing digestive problems like dietary things like eating bananas, rice, and toast. And also avoid eating fried and greasy foods as well as high fiber foods like fruits and veggies that can make diarrhea symptoms worse. And all these tips really are to say, you know what, you don't want to just go right to the drug like Loperamide to solve some of your diarrhea problems, but rather you can use some of the natural manners to do it. But we'll stay tuned to see what the FDA has in store to produce some better responses to this addiction problem.
All right, good advice as always, Doctor. Thank you very much, Dr.
course.
Nandi. If you have a question or a health concern for the good doctor, you can email him, drnandi@WXYZ.com, or send it to us on Facebook or Twitter.
All right, take a look.